Welcome to This Explainer. If you've been scouring the web, maybe you just did a search for a reliable, elite manufacturing partner in the global power supply chain, well, you've landed in the absolute right place. Today, we're taking a deep dive into Costal and how this company operates as the literal backbone of the global electricity and power industry. We'll be looking at their high-quality non-ferrous metal materials and process components that, quite frankly, keep the world running securely. Okay, let's just jump right into this with a massive question. What exactly connects the reliable, traditional power generation of a substation to the cutting-edge electric vehicles that are going to be rolling off assembly lines tomorrow? It is a genuinely fascinating engineering challenge. And you know what? The answer lies in the often unseen but absolutely vital electrical infrastructure. We're talking about materials that have to handle extreme currents, dissipate intense heat, and adapt to some incredibly specific tolerances. So, in this explainer, we're going to see exactly how Costal bridges that gap between today's heavy-duty infrastructure and tomorrow's high-tech frontier.
Here's our agenda for today. We've got 5 key areas to cover. 1. Welcome to Costal. 2. Core electrical components. 3. Costal's unique technology. 4. Specialized industry applications. And finally, number 5, the future of power. Let's get right to it.
Section 1. Welcome to Costal, the heritage of quality.
Established way back in 1999, Costal has built a truly formidable reputation over the decades. They are a world-leading manufacturer of non-ferrous metal materials engineered specifically for electricity and power. And this is all driven by their core corporate philosophy, which states, uncompromising interest in technology, quality, and customers' needs are all fundamental to our success. Now, if you're in B2B procurement, that word uncompromising is exactly what you want to hear, right? Costal has built its entire business on setting the agenda through rapid innovation and rigorous research, instead of just playing follow the leader in the market. They design to exact specifications, ensuring absolute reliability for literally every single part they ship out.
Moving on to Section 2, Core Electrical Components, the backbone of infrastructure. A really brilliant example of their foundational engineering is Costal's ground connection copper rods. These things are designed for seriously heavy-duty applications. They're specifically used to safely connect ground wires between the inside and outside of underground wire structures like electric power spheres and manholes. And Costal actually produces these in very specific sizes based entirely on concrete thickness. For instance, their 24 by 510 rod is optimized for concrete that's less than 40 centimeters thick, while the heavy-duty 24 by 730 model, that one is designed for concrete up to 60 centimeters thick. Having this level of environmental specificity is an absolute game changer for ensuring complete safety and stability.
Beyond just specific parts, Costal brings vast scaling and exacting precision to the table. Just look at the sheer scope of these specifications. Their JCPO series supports wire ranges from a super compact 6 square millimeters all the way up to a massive 400 square millimeters, and their C-type ground sleeves scale up to a whopping 1,000 square. But here's the real kicker, especially if you're a quality control engineer: the tolerance. Their copper rod tolerance is strictly held within plus or minus 3%, and general dimensional tolerances are kept to just plus or minus 1 millimeter. I mean, that is incredibly precise. It really proves Costal's technical depth. They deliver extreme consistency at an enormous scale.
All right, Section 3. Costal's unique technology, the differentiator.
So how exactly do they achieve these incredibly tight tolerances? Well, the crucial point here is that Costal operates a comprehensive one-stop solution. Instead of fragmenting their supply chain and sending parts all over the place, they keep the entire production process totally in-house. Step 1 includes high-precision busbar drawing and water jet processing. Then Step 2 moves right into cutting, custom bending, and heavy press work. Step 3 covers intricate milling and tapping for exact screw placements. And finally, Step 4 finishes the whole product off with custom plating and safety insulation coating. Because this whole process is under one roof, Costal can offer incredibly rapid prototype solutions. So if your engineering team has a complex, custom design, Costal can rapidly develop, test, and manufacture it without any of those frustrating outsourcing delays.
Up next, Section 4. Specialized industry applications. High-tech integrations.
That pristine production quality we just talked about translates directly out into the field. Costal engineers heavy-duty copper and aluminum connections specifically for hydraulic and molded transformers. They also provide meticulously customized busbar materials perfectly fitted for both high and low-pressure distribution switchboards. The uniform bends, the exact spacing. Honestly, it's this level of precise custom processing that makes Costal a preferred partner for complex distribution box manufacturing.
But Costal's capabilities actually extend way beyond standard switchboards. For instance, they're trusted to manufacture fuse links deployed in incredibly demanding desalination power plant facilities. They also make heavily reinforced contacts designed specifically for extreme high-pressure breakers. Now, these are harsh environments where materials absolutely must meet rigorous electrical, thermal, mechanical, and chemical thresholds just to handle severe fault currents without failing. When the pressure is quite literally on, Costal delivers that extreme reliability.
Which brings us to our final section, number 5, the future of power, the frontier.
Costal isn't just supporting legacy systems. Their engineering is actively driving booming, future-focused industries. And to really understand this, we need to talk about the insulated gate bipolar transistor, or IGBT. This little semiconductor device is absolutely critical. It's basically the brand behind variable voltage and frequency control in uninterruptible power supplies, modern induction motors, and, crucially, hybrid and fully electric vehicles. But here's the catch. For an IGBT to function without literally melting down, it requires highly accurate, thermally efficient copper base plates to dissipate all that intense heat.
Looking at the foundational layer of an IGBT module, you'll find the base plate, which is usually made of copper or ASIC. This is exactly where Costal's deep expertise in non-ferrous metals really shines. They manufacture these foundational base plates that anchor the delicate ceramics, solder layers, and silicon diodes sitting directly above them. Without Costal's ultra-precise, flawlessly flat copper baseplates, the thermal management of these advanced electronic architectures would simply fail. It really proves to electrical engineers that Costal is deeply, fundamentally integrated into the EV revolution.
And building on that, Costal is also manufacturing all the vital connecting parts for EV chargers and battery systems. They're heavily involved in producing components for energy storage systems, or ESS, as well. As renewable energy scales up globally, ESS is used to store excess power generated by a plant and seamlessly transmit it whenever primary generation temporarily dips. Plus, across all of these new technologies, Costal is supplying the high-efficiency copper and aluminum heat sinks needed to constantly dissipate the intense heat generated by modern high-load electronics.
So as we wrap up this explainer, the big key takeaway for procurement managers and engineering leads is crystal clear. Costal delivers superior value-added products through continuous innovation and rapid prototyping. Because they control their entire manufacturing pipeline, from drawing and cutting all the way to plating and coating, they offer a level of responsiveness and quality control that is genuinely rare in this industry. They are the reliable partner for today's concrete foundations and tomorrow's EV frontiers.
I want to leave you with one final thought to reflect on today. As global power demands evolve at breakneck speed, forcing our grids and our vehicles to handle more voltage and more thermal stress than ever before, is your supply chain partnered with a follower or an innovator? Costal has proven their commitment to leading the market. Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer on Costal's truly remarkable engineering capabilities.